Happy New Year! This is Fatsani Dagani and welcome to my YouTube channel. I am finally taking the leap and doing what I've been saying I'll do for the longest time. I am starting my YouTube channel. What that looks like is me sharing my life story and sharing my journey to intentional living. My purpose, as I've decided, is to encourage women specifically to live intentional lives. I have come to the realization that I can procrastinate and worry about what that should look like, and I'll never get started. So my goal for this year, 2022, is to just do it. Just do it scared. Do it imperfectly, but just start. If you have goals you've been sitting on for the longest time, I encourage you to take the time to actually just get started and get going. And that's exactly what I'm doing now. I am getting started with my YouTube channel. So what are you going to be seeing on this platform of mine? A whole lot of stuff. That is what I want to talk about being genuine and being true to yourself. I have been talking about I want to start a YouTube channel, and I just got lost in the specifics. I got lost in the small details. I got lost in trying to figure out what that looks like. I've been watching so many YouTubers and so many different voices, so much confusion, and it just got overwhelming to the point that I just stopped trying. I mean, look, last August was when I was talking about, I want to start a YouTube channel. But why? Why did I want to start a YouTube channel? So basically to do what I'm doing right now, to share my intentional life journey, because I came to the realization that life is too short for us to just sit by and let it happen. We have to get intentional. We have to be the directors of our life. Think about your life like a movie. How do you want it to play out? You have to ask yourselves those questions, and that is what intentional living is all about, and that is what I want to do. I want to share my experiences with trying to live my life with intention, trying to create the life that I want by actually sitting down and asking myself what brings me joy and what do I want to do with the life that I have left. I have lost loved ones, and with grief, a lot of time is spent looking back and reflecting on life and realizing that, oh my gosh, life is so precious. Life can be cut short at any minute, and asking, am I really living to my full potential? And is this all I can give to the world? I am one of those people that is constantly working on different things. Just look at my life and you realize there's a lot of chaos in it. But that's just who I am. And I think I was overthinking everything and trying to niche down this YouTube channel and say, okay, this is what I'm going to be talking about. But when I look at my life is not one thing. My life is a lot of things. My life involves me being a mom. My life involves me being a nurse. My life involves me trying to live the best of my life. And currently this year, 2022, my life involves me trying to run a half marathon. Scary stuff, but I am going to do it. I have committed that this is the one goal that I want to achieve this year. So my life involves different things. My life involves doing different things back home in Malawi. I'm an immigrant here in the US, but I am Malawian by birth, and I have lived in Malawi. I have lived in Ethiopia. I have lived in Zimbabwe. I have lived in the UK, and now I currently reside in California. And so my experience has shaped me to be a global citizen. I refer to myself as a global citizen because I have seen different cultures. I love learning different cultures. I love trying out different foods. I love just experiencing life. And that's what I want to commit to have my intentional life being. So the past 2 years have been tough. They've been really rough on me because mentally I've been in a weird space. I have been experiencing random thoughts of what is going on. I mean, we all have with the COVID and everything else. I think we've all been in different mental spaces. And for me, I was stuck in some space. But at the same time, COVID also brought me the realization that life is short. And, you can sit back and just wait for life to happen, or you can take it by the horns and decide what you're going to do with the life that you have. And that's basically what I am doing. I am doing different things because I have shared so many times with so many people that I want to retire in 5 years. The 5 years is down to 4 years. Is that going to happen? I don't know, but I'm trying. I remember when I was in my 20s, I always used to say I'm going to retire in my 30s. That didn't happen. When I was 30, it's going to be 35. When I was 35, it's going to be 40. Now I'm in that 40 range. I'm not going to specify what my age is specifically, but I'm there. So now I'm like, oof, time is coming by. Am I really going to retire in the time that I said I wanted to retire? And what does retirement even mean? For me, it's basically just being the boss of my life and just doing stuff because I want to, not because I have to. And giving myself permission to say, you know what, this is what I want to do. How can I do it? Can I even do it? So basically, that is me living intentional life. I am trying to see if I can retire in 4 years. Watch this space, we'll see. But it's worth trying. So it gives me a reason to wake up every day to say, this is what I'm doing today because I am working towards my retirement plan. I love my job. I love the people I work with. But at the same time, having a plan to say I want to retire in 5 years also keeps me going and gives me a little bit of sanity, especially over the last 2 years where we've been dealing with COVID, and then specifically now with the non-vaccinated COVID patients that we're getting, through anger, through just feeling like, what's wrong with these people? I have to stay sane, and my sanity comes from me saying I am going to retire in 5 years. Now it's 4 years, as Sarah kept saying. Sarah is my sister, and she's the one who keeps saying, Patsani, you've been saying 5 years for the past 10 years. So what is it going to be really? So I'm keeping myself accountable and saying, okay, fine, I'm going to retire in 5 years. So now it's 4 years because I started 5 years last year. But, before that, I was always saying 5 years, even in my 20s. So now I'm serious. I'm actually working on a plan, and my plan is now 4 years. So we'll see what happens. I can always try. Hey, I can always extend it by a year, but at least I'm living the intentional life of trying and seeing if I can retire in that 5 year or 4 year period. So this is what I want to be talking about. What does trying to retire in 5 years look like across continents? Because I love my Africa. And I see myself living there, making plans to actually live in Africa between Tanzania, Malawi right now. We'll see as well. Malawi is an option. That's where I'm from. Tanzania is an option because my hubby is from there. So we'll see what happens. We'll see the best option for us. At the same time, I do have young kids, and everyone's like, you're making these plans. What about the kids? I'm like, well, the oldest is 21. He can look after his siblings when I'm good and ready. But that's just me talking, I try and make light of the situations because taking life too seriously can be a bit of a downer sometimes. So have a joke here and there. We'll see what happens. I do have 3 kids, and the youngest is 11. So I am, 11. And if he's really smart and gets through college, that will make him 18 in 7 years' time. But if I leave in 4 years' time, that means 3 years without parents at home. We'll see. These are things I'm just talking about. Who knows what the future really has in plan, but I do have a plan to try and retire. If it means me leaving there and coming back and forth to look after them, that's a different story. But this is just me rambling on about what my mind is like. I am constantly thinking about different things. So you might come here and see that today I'm talking about trying to invest in real estate, a goal of mine. And then the next day you might come here and hear me talk about I'm trying to set up a wedding event center in Malawi, which is also a goal of mine, which is something that I've been working on the past year, and it's getting there. Oh, you might come here and hear me talk about running a retreat for women in Tanzania this coming year. That's also a goal of mine I'm working on. Oh, you might come here and hear me talk about I ran for an hour, and I'm working towards running a half marathon, which is also a goal of mine. Do you get what I'm getting at? I am just saying I will come here and talk about different things, and that's okay because I have decided it's okay for me to do that. I was overthinking everything because I was like, oh my gosh, what's my niche? What am I going to be talking about? And it overwhelmed me. It got muddy. It just got noisy in my head. And my head is noisy enough as it is with all these things that are going on. So I have just decided that I will come here and talk about the messy life that I have, which is constantly coming up with different things that I am working on. And that's how I function. That's how my life goes. I do so many different things at once. And that's me. My mind has to be busy. I do try and keep it quiet sometimes. I did do a meditation challenge last year. It was hard. And this year I'm still going to keep trying. I'll keep trying to meditate. I'll keep trying to reduce the noise in my head. But I function better when I'm doing different things. So I will be talking about different things, and that's my brand. My brand is I'm constantly working on little different projects, and that's okay because that's my intentional life. That's what keeps me going. That's what keeps me sane. I need my sanity because I've been stuck in COVID for so long. I looked at my cumulative PTO hours that I have accumulated over the last year and a half, and it's a lot. And you know why that is? Because for the longest time, we couldn't go anywhere. We couldn't do anything. And it was survival. Ask anyone in healthcare, specifically ICU nurses that are dealing with COVID patients. Our life was the patients. So, I kept my sanity somehow, but now I'm like, you know what? I'm going to be intentional with how I'm keeping myself sane. I am starting a YouTube channel. I'm going to be talking about different things, and my survival was dependent on me completely shutting down from the nursing aspect of things and working on other projects within my control. And what I did last year was work on an event center in Malawi, or rather just building a security wall around it. And now I've seen that, yes, it is possible to do things from abroad when you're not there, with a lot of challenges, but it is still possible. So I'm going to keep working on that project, and I'm hoping that midway through the year, I'll be able to launch it and say, hey, weddings, garden weddings, here's your spot. So that's what I was working on. That's what was keeping me sane. That was what was keeping me from losing my mind, because ask any nurse. We've been through a lot. I can go on and on, but this being my first time coming to you guys, I'm not going to say too much. I just hope you do keep coming back to this channel. I am not going to commit too much to how often I'm going to be recording. I'm hoping once a week is what I can manage, and I hope I can manage once a week recordings, but I will do what works with my schedule, and eventually there will be structure. I just had to do this initial recording and get it out there because it's a goal for me to set up a successful YouTube channel in 2022. And I will be relying on you, my audience, to keep coming back and to share and to see what's going on. And my goal is really to encourage you all to become intentional. Take the time to really sit down in your own space, in your own time, and ask yourself what's important in your life and what have you been holding back on. Is this the time to get started? Because time waits for no man. I am all about doing it and just getting started. You learn as you go along. Nothing will ever be perfect when you first start. You will fall, but you can always pick yourself up. When you fall, ask yourself, why did you fall? And how can you avoid falling the next time around? I have failed at so many things, but I keep going. I keep standing up and going on. And this is the message I really want to share. It's like intentional life is about doing what is important for you and what brings you joy. And then just going ahead and continuing, whether you fail or not, whether it's successful or not, but you're doing something that is helping you live your best life. And that is all I am here about. I am going to be sharing a lot of personal development stuff because that's very important to me. I really believe in the power of the self, the power of me to change my situation, to change my circumstances. I hear so many people come up with so many excuses, so many stories. I can't do it because this, I can't do it because this, but you're this, you're that, you're doing it because you're like this. Really, I'm doing it because I have decided this is what I want to do. Yes, I have so many excuses. I can tell myself so many stories, but I've decided these stories are not getting me to where I want to be. Do the same. Don't tell yourself stories because those stories will keep you where you are. Those stories are your subconscious trying to keep you safe, but really you can do more than you give yourself credit for. So that's the message I want to be putting across there. I will keep trying. Like I say, I'll try and come every week. I am learning this whole process. I'm recording it. My son was supposed to edit it. I don't know if he will, but I'll try and have a knack at it. Otherwise, if not, I'll just publish it messy as it is. So, Happy New Year. Have a great year. This is me starting out my YouTube channel in 2022. I will be publishing as often as I can, and which is once a week is my main goal, but we'll see how that goes. I am going to be sharing my messy life, which is very complex. I have a lot of things going on, and that's okay. I've decided it's okay. I can talk about different things. I don't have to be niche and talk about one specific thing because then I won't be true to myself. I hope that's okay, but we will see. This will pan out the way it pans out. I've gone on longer than I meant. I was just supposed to do a 10-minute video, but got into it and kept talking, and here I am at the end of it all. So guys out there, this is 2022. Live your best life. Be intentional. Follow your dreams. You can do what you put your mind to. You just have to believe in yourself. And of course, you have to do the work. I mean, just believing in yourself won't get you the results. The work and the believing in yourself together get you the goals that you want. I am a work in progress, but I'll share my work in progress just to encourage the next person. I am at the bottom of the food chain, but I am sure others can learn from me. Eventually, I will get to the top, but it's a journey, it's a process, and we're gonna get there together. Take care. Have a great day and work on those goals because they keep you going. Adios. See you next time. Patsani. Peace out.